Okay, this is the next video. I say the next video. Oh boy. No, don't start leaking on me. Whoa. Alright. So now we're doing tree spraying. This is the orchard. We're going to go in. Oh, no. Oh my, oh no. Oh my, I think I'm going to get wet. Ugh, yuck. Okay, so right there, that's what I did. I got the tree spray into the canister and making a mess all over the place. Yeah, we're just gonna go straight ahead like that. Got the body cam on. You'll see all sorts of crazy things. Well, what we do is start trucking. We'll go out here, go around. That's disturbing right there. I gotta figure out what the heck is going on there. That's why I skipped. Initially I had BKT treatment going to be this time around, but that is causing me great concern. It is some sort of blight I gotta take care of. I gotta cut it all out because it's going into the Wolf River, the yellow transparent, and outside of that I gotta freaking take care of all the deer damage. I got deer damage to do, and most of these are probably going to be videos. I think majority of them are going to be videos. And there's a tree I need to get, choke cherry tree I think it is. I got to clean it out. There's a bunch of trees I got to clear out. Yeah, I don't want to spray this thing. Yeah, I got to spray. Whoa! Yeah, we're out here in the middle of freaking nowhere and I'm getting stuff over me. I'm on, oh, stop it. There is so much air in this thing. Air in line. I got about 150 feet of hose right now, all the way from the house to the edge of the property. This has something going on. Looks like it has a virus. Ugh. It's bad enough I gotta clean out this tree. This is a wild cherry that we do. But I'm just going to spray her down real quick here. Okay, so you can actually spray ornamentals down with the tree spray. So right now I'm just going to hit these two trees right here. Boom, boom. Okay. Go in. So we go in. Here we go. So one of my plans is I want to go in and get the, we're going to get a stick cam. I got a thing, one of my pickups. So what I did was I decided I'm going to invest into doing this. There's some blight even onto the Lodi right there. Lodi and yellow transparent, pretty much the same trees, just some very slight characteristics. But anywho, so I got a stick. Someone took an old paint roller and they put a GoPro mount onto it. So I can actually go get one of those telescoping paint, painters for the rollers and everything, painting sticks, and it has the broomstick handle end onto it. And you could go in and do like really overhead shots. You know how John Candy had the crane shot that he always wanted into all of his big thing as Johnny LaRue on Second City. Ooh, there's something going on. See, there's some markings onto, this is right here, stamen. There are some markings on some of the apples. There is some bruising going on that is not good. A lot of it's weather because of the humidity lately. We have a lot of spore action going on. So right now I'm spraying down the back end of the orchard. I call this the back end. Front is where we were to begin with. So in the back end here, I got the Lodi tree, smokehouse. This is a Gravenstein, improved Gravenstein. I'm going to call this an improved because the apples are larger. Historically, it's a cidering apple. It's a smaller apple. These actually get pretty good size for a Gravenstein. We got a little breeze we got a little drifting going on. Thank God, it's the first day in a while we can actually go in. I'll just do that way since I'm pointing up. The winds have been below 10 miles an hour, or has it rained? We got a chance of rain tomorrow, but if I do this tonight and give it, I'll give it, we have 11 o'clock right now, it's about 5, that'd be 6 hours, that'd be good. I like 24 personally, get the thing. So right now I'm spraying down the Gala, and all this is just a tree spray mixture. This is an disease, insecticide formulation. It's a combo. This is the best in the market. It's Bonine. It's what I use. I'll put up a picture of it. Right now I'm spraying down reds and the Blanc. This is a beautiful tree. Looks like pumpkins, little yellow pumpkins when you get down. This is a cidering apple, French cider, the Savel, LeBlanc or DeBlanc or something like that. We'll get to it when we get onto it. And this always has right there where I'm aiming at, that has the rot. This thing, I trimmed it back a lot. I need to trim it back more because I think it should be a spur. This is a spur type tree, and it shouldn't have all the little ends onto it. All these branches, some of these branches I just need to just cut off. So you see right there, the spurs, that's what makes it happen right there. Yep, and behind it is the first Wolf River. I got 2 Wolf River trees, and they make the world's largest apples. Again, I'm going to continue making tons of videos on this because I always get inquiries. If I could point people to the page, and we talk apples, trees, got some insect damage going on, some definite weather damage. Oh man, there is blight. Something that is in these trees. Yeah, and so far this is first day of July. We actually gone through 2 cycles of drop. So we have our first drop and our secondary. We have a primary drop and our secondary drop. Some years, if it's heavy, this is a good year. We got a lot of fruit right there, and you always have tertiary drop too. Tertiary drop tends to be right there. It's already been secondary, but if you see off color, like there where I'm spraying it right now, I got a little bit left to try to get it out so I could use it. That is going to drop. That is probably going to be a tertiary drop because they've already gone through primary and secondary, and that's it for that. And what that does, it's just nature's way of dropping it. Normally the fruit farmers, they'll go and personally just pick the trees. I don't have that kind of time and effort invested into this thing. If I had thousands of trees, yes, I would have someone do it for me, or I would do it if it was my livelihood and I want the best apples possible. But I take what I could get. That's been my motto all the time. I could take what I get. So what I do is you have to shake it up because all the solids, you're suspending a bunch of solids, and the solids is all the good stuff, all the chemicals and all the stickum and everything. The chemicals onto a tree, it'll stick to the leaves. You could spray the bark, but actually the most things you want to do is spray the fruit. You want to spray the leaves down. And that's always a big deal. Stick to the thing. I pray to God I got it in center frame here. I have an idea where the heck the center frame. I gotta look at my measuring lines here. So I go up to like the 1 gallon mark there, and that's approximately 10 ounces of spray. So every time I fill this up, 6 gallons, 10 ounces for 6 gallons, and it turns out to be 2.5 tablespoons or 1/4 ounces per gallon. It's about there, 1.5 ounces per gallon. That's this concentration. And again, this is just a general, they don't even do fungicides. It's just an insecticide and disease prevention. So you just screw in our thing, whoop, a little higher there. Hold in the end, fill it up until it goes bloop. And we could talk a little bit about that. So these Wolf Rivers, we're going to do some things. Again, I said this one looks like little pumpkins, which is kind of cool. You got little pumpkins. You got things that could be size of a giant tomato. Actually, it was about the size of a tomato. I've actually got 3-pound fruit off of this tree. And I got off the other one 3-pound fruit too. And these things, I mean, if I ever put a comparison the size of my hand, they're huge. And the thing is, Wolf River is pretty much a meat apple. There's certain apples, you got cidering apples, you got meat apples, you got processors. And processors are like this one. This is the yellow transparent with all the crap onto it right now. And the processors are good for like applesauce, making stuff. And oh lordy, we got Japanese beetles. Ooh, that's what's flying off the tree right now. Oh, tons and tons and tons of Japanese beetles. Oh God, I may have to go do something with this, but yeah, they're attacking the fruit right now. Ooh, this will kill them, so I may have to go in and get something for the beetles. I may have to do a secondary application on this one, but so I really gotta hose this down. I opened this tree up a ton this year. So again, this is the only video I'm going to do with spraying, just to show what this is, and pretty much go through all the. I got blight. This may be a video, but you see, they're huge next to say this one. This is our other wine sap tree. The stamen wine sap was the first one I was spraying down. This is the stamen, or the standard wine sap. Standard wine saps are smaller. Dessert apple. You could use it in processing and stuff like it. It's just it's like we got critters, and you see how huge these things are. We're about a month away from picking these bad boys. And the thing is, goofy thing is that they call them yellow transparents because they actually, when they're ripe, they almost look transparent. They're actually like moon green. If you ever looked at old dyed cheese, like, you know, like they used back in the old days, you know, they used to do that neon green dye. This is what it looks like. And it goes yellow, almost transparent, which is goofy. And the thing is, with yellow transparent, it does not have shelf life. That is the thing. We got a little drift going, so we may lose camera a little bit. I try to keep the camera lens clean. Yeah. Yeah, it's loaded. Yeah, they are actually transparent. They're a weird looking fruit. Thing is, you have to use them within 40 hours or they go bad. I have them where they go ripe on a tree and they fall on a tree. They just explode. I mean, they have very thin skin. There is no storage life onto it. I've used it I've tried to do cider base onto it, and it doesn't turn out well. It makes great applesauce. It makes the finest, nicest applesauce. It's almost like if you go to the store and buy the stuff out of the store shelf. It's that great. Very fine, very sweet. You don't have to use any extra juice because there's so much, and I'm tied up. Where am I tied up? Okay, I'm tied up around there. I have to do this. Oh, wow. Oh, definitely gotta look into some of this crazy stuff. Oh, I may have to get rid of this one. See, I'll do another video about what I'm probably gonna share and stuff like that. I'll make so I could do the no, that's not good. Yeah, it's bad enough this is on its way out. I'm using it here until, well, it explodes. I like running things until it dies. And this is one of my fast jobs with duct tape that's around the trees that don't work for gypsy moths. Oh, no. See, they're attacking all the blighted areas. Oh, yeah. Oh, good Lord. Oh, yeah, so I may have to get some for the Japanese beetles if it's bad this year, because gotta get the, I'll figure out I'll tell you later on if I ever do it. I tell you not to do it because it's a very expensive treatment for the orchard, and for a lot of times too, the Japanese beetles, they're a pain, but you can manage them just by the regular tree spray and everything, because they'll die, and you can leave water. Mom's put water out with 7 into it. Okay, so we're back in the back again. So we go front, back, right here in front of the smokehouse. Just going to get this a better shot. Yeah. So right there's the rest of them. And these are Lodi, so this is the same type of fruit. And I don't care if they have the splotches or the cracks and stuff. Like, again, you use this for applesauce. I mean, you can squeeze it for juice. The juice is all right. And behind that, I got a Moutrie or crispin tree. I got 5 crispin trees, so Mom likes that one. I'm spraying the Summer Rambo, and Shenango Strawberries behind that, and that's different too. And they got Japanese beetles all over it. What the heck? Oh yeah, definitely not doing BKT. BKT may work for Japanese beetles, but I wasn't going to go and use it. At $20 a bottle, it's a small bottle, and I can only have one shot at it. I got rid of the gypsy moths out of the orchard, so I didn't think we were going to have a problem with Japanese beetles, but oh, I'm thinking we're going to have a problem with everything this year. Oh, but we got a lot of fruit. Fruit's good. Fruit's good. I could deal with fruit and Japanese beetles and taking care of this stuff. If I didn't have fruit and I'd be doing all this crazy work, I would just be very unhappy. I've had years where I call it babysitting an orchard that doesn't produce anything. And when you're babysitting an orchard, it's very disheartening and very, it seems the year is long. This year is short because I got fruit everywhere. And I got Japanese beetle holes all over the place too. And I got blight. Oh man, I got blight. Wow, there is a ton of blight. Where I'm pointing up with the hose, it is just loaded and blight. I gotta get the pole trimmer out. Again, this could be a video, but I am trying to get work done. And we're gonna be out of spray because it's really just loading it up here. All right. Okay, so again, another bunch, so just grab that. I'm just going to just walk it back since it's nearby. I hate walking after I spray in an area. Got deer damage. I'll show you some deer damage here. So you can see down here, this is all deer damage right here. We'll talk about deer damage and all that stuff later. Step down a little bit. There we go. You see things hanging off. I got nylons and stuff, and that helps the deer out. So what you do is you go to the store, buy ivory, and you buy Irish Spring. I've mixed them. I've gotten good results with mixing them because it keeps them on their toes. I've actually done sonic things. Those work, but they're very limited range, and something this big, I cannot put enough sonic things. And I try to buy different manufacturers, different types, because every manufacturer has their own little sort of sound to it. I found out from just buying them at $20, $30 a piece. I think I paid $50 for one just because I had to have it because it had a different sound to it, or it was made by a different manufacturer. And it does. The sonic things do work. I'll say that as a deterrent, and it keeps them away. When they're charged up and everything. When they're not charged up, that's when it gets interesting. And we're just filling up our thing. Up. Okay. Well, we'll go in. So right now I got all this in, so what we'll do now is we're going to go back east. We're heading west, we're going to go east now. We're going to shoot in right here into all this mess. I got all these areas where I'm just going to go, oops, I'm going to go down right there. That is actually a stump, and there was a tree here last year. I cut it down. It just got too outrageous. It opens up the thing, and it makes it easy for me to get in at the cutting. Especially when I have to trim, it's unreal. I always want to do a video, but that's dead of winter, and I just want to trunch back in, trunch back out most of the time. Of course, if I did that, it would be on like stick cam. Definitely going to invest into one of those bendable paint roller things. So now, oops, let me back up a little bit. So right now I'm looking up, just trying to get all this stuff down, paint the leaves. I'm in front of the Stamen Weissap right there, hitting up the I got a lot of stuff here, hitting up the crispin. This is another crispin tree. I got, as I said, I got 5 crispin trees, so I got a lot of crispins. I'm not going to hit the really high until I back off a little bit. Right now I'm trying to get like inside and all that stuff, if I could try to get as inside as much as possible. And I wish it was just a little bit more. Wind speeds about 2 to 4 miles an hour right now. That is the back part of the Gala I was spraying earlier. It looks like the apples are small again. I was trying to trim it back a lot more, try to increase the size of the apples. But also too, I got all this traffic right here with the with the Red Delicious and what have it not. And it's really laying it in because I got Japanese beetles all over a flipping gosh darn place. Back end of the thing. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to back up a little bit more. Because right now I got nothing but tree and I don't want to do it that way because I can actually get a better shot into these big clearing areas. And what did Mom did the orchard. She laid out the entire orchard for Dad. Dad did the lost tractors. I love orchards, so this is my escape. People want to come sometimes, bring their kids along if they don't understand that this is my sanctuary. No one enters my sanctuary. So right now this is Jonathan's. It's a little weak this year because I really got it. Ooh, right there, right there. There is a thing called mosaic. Not mosaic. Oh, what is that? I will look it up. I know I got mosaic. I'll show you mosaic. There's a few other things. There's that thing where it grows right on the skin. It's a fungus on the skin. It looks weird. It's cooler than shit, but it looks weird. This is the back end of the side of the Red Delicious. Oh, looks beautiful this year, Red Delicious. I'm nailing the yellow transparent. And you see sometimes the drift's going onto the back part of the tree. When you're spraying, especially apples this close, you are wanting drift. You try to use drift to your advantage. And there is nothing but Japanese beetles coming off this tree. What the heck? Oh boy. I got Japanese beetles everywhere. So this is the back part of the transparent. The picker's out because I can't get the silly thing to collapse down. This is another Gala tree. I clipped this one back because, again, look at, oh, I got cottle worms bad this year, apple worms bad, apple fly again this year. There's markings for apple fly. Oh, it's just, I had this year the bloom period, I think it's the longest I've ever had. 21 days of bloom period. This is the longest and I think ever. I've been here 20 years doing this and having bloom for 21 days is pretty good. 21 or 22 days, that's what I counted. I had blossoms on the trees that long. And that you got a lot of opportunity for it. Problem is, it was cool outside. There's a few times too where it got into 30s. I was preparing for doing the orphan, doing the orphan thing with the trees and everything. I have to go in and do all the stuff. So I'm gonna go in here. It's easier to do like a kick out right now, because right now I could hit this a little bit nicer than I do. I'm almost out of spray. We go through about 6 or 7 cans of this stuff as we go, canfuls of this as we go along. So you do the math at 6 gallons, 6 to 7 cans. That's 36 to 42 gallons of spray are being applied on. And this is just maintenance. So I do this 7 times a year. And this year we're doing less, actually, because we had the BKT. We did one application of BKT to hit all the caterpillars and everything, get rid of all the caterpillars. And that was 42 gallons, 36 gallons. I ran short. I ran this really quick because as I said, $24 a bottle. It's not really cost effective. And I'm out of spray. All right, so we'll go back. Yeah, this was going to be the second application of BKT if we still had gypsy moth caterpillars on everything, but we don't. That's a good sign. When we have gypsy moth caterpillars on everything, it says amazing. Yeah, apple maggot. See, it even says so right there. See, apple maggot, scab. That's blight. It's not scab. I know what that is. Coddling moth, apple maggot was bad this year, really bad. So this makes 42. So this whole bottle is one application. So if you ever do, this is 77 trees I'm doing here. And you see that I'm only done 3/4. I'm almost half of it, and this is half gone. So yeah, we go through a lot of spray. we do a lot of spray every day. It's like we're about 17 days since last one. As I said, it's been awful. I never had this much problem with the weather. Oh, it's nasty. As I said, hot. I want it 95 degrees, hot 95 degrees, active, very, very active. The more the insects are active in the heat, the more they're going to like chew on stuff. You know, ability to lay eggs. They tend to be active in the heat, which is kind of cool. You never know that about insects. So what we do is that you fill up the can this way. Yeah, we do that. Yeah, they're more active in the heat, and at also too between 2 to 4 p.m. every day. So what you do when you do the spray is everything when it's active, even the disease is active. Organisms, especially like that, simple organisms, they tend to be active on the hottest part of the day because most of them are, per se, cold-blooded. And my Macintosh looks like hell. Right now I'm spraying down Macintosh. One before that is, and underneath the Macintosh is another Red Delicious that didn't set. There's no apples onto it. So right now I'm just babysitting a tree. And right there, this is Macoun, a little spaced out. You see Macoun and Macintosh pretty much looks very similar together because they are of the same family. The parentage is the same. So, and I got a lot of Macintosh. I got a good selection. I've had better years, but it dropped. There was a lot more apples on the Macintosh this year than it has been in the past. Again, I'm hitting the Cortland right now with the spray. So, and I've had more, and this is a 20-ounce that didn't set either, and I'm hitting the Gala on the side of this. So right here, I'm on the side of the Gala. That's why I went back here, because I could hit the side of the Gala a lot nicer than if I was into the other roll, as well as I could hit this. Now, I'm going to, turn that off, but you gotta go back in, gotta go underneath all this dripping wet stuff, because I could hit it better. As I said, I could hit it better, so move quick. Okay, we see the rest of the thing, and the skeleton leaves. Oh, good Lord. Yeah. This tree spray will kill off the Japanese beetles. There's better stuff for Japanese beetles. So right now I'm on the back end, and you'll probably see a few more. Yep, there they are. They're all flying away. The heat has just brought these buggers out a lot earlier than normal. We don't do it 1st of July. It's only 2nd week of July Japanese beetles attack. Because I always have to worry about it, because it's always towards the end of July, middle of the end of July, when Japanese beetles go nuts, because that's when the fruit is almost on the transparent. And they've eaten whole apples on me, the Japanese beetles. And they're a little destructive little bugger. There's another Gala tree I'm spraying down right now. And yeah, they'll destroy apples. They'll destroy entire apples, and you get these apples are falling down and everything, and go splunk, and it's all Japanese beetles are into them. So yeah, right now this is the back part of the Jonathan. Jonathan's got a lot of this blight, fire blights or stuff. I don't want to say fire blight. That's what's on the other one. Again, that's a video I'm definitely going to have a little fun with. I'll get the whole camera out and everything. So again, I'm on body cam today. This is another. We got 2 of the. Ooh, they got spacey this year because there's a lot of fruit onto the Macouns. Mom's gonna be happy. Oh, we got a little spray going on here. Let me just clean up the lens real fast. There we go. We're still recording. Ooh, 28 minutes in here. So right now I'm at 28 and 29 minutes right now. We do this. This is about an hour some change. We do this. Normally I'd be doing a lot more. Oh, I'm getting blowback right now because the wind's sort of doing it. So that's good. We got a little bit more wind than we did to begin with. Now I'm going to go into the front here. We're going to hit the Jonafree, which is the same parentage, just that it has better disease resistance. Not really. You can see the blights on there too. That it tends to be very good for disease resistance. That could be a fungus more than anything else. Fungus tends to be, it looks like it's a living organism, because these tend to be very good into the blights and the scab and everything, because these things never have scab. This will have scab onto it. If it is in the way, it has mosaic, and I'll show you mosaic when we get down to when we're ready to harvest. The cool thing with Jonafrees, I'm definitely going to get into that, is the Jonafrees do not have the mosaic issue. And it doesn't, that's it's a virus that goes onto the fruit, and you can't really do anything about it, seasonally. It just shows up. I mean, obviously it's just based off of genetics. Now I'm hitting the front of the Moutrie, and I got the yellow delicious on there that didn't set. That's the yellow delicious. It didn't set any fruit this year, but I got still spray her down. But right now I'm right there, and pretty much I gotta go into that section right there. So I'm going to try to get this down a lot nicer than I have right now. Now I'm going to go right there into that, and then go up down to the thing. Yeah, and there's things in there. That's another thing why I opened her up too, because we're getting moss grown, and that's just because it's just moist. It's just very moist in New York State, upstate New York here. So, yep. And I see stuff coming off the trees. That's not what I want. And I'm out of spray again. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into the thing, truck this through, and and keep looking at everything. Again, all I'm doing, just recap, is just wetting leaves in the fruit, and they'll put stuff on. And when I will show you the harvest of the fruit and all that stuff, go later on. I may be using way too much. It could be. I'm looking at what I got to contend with, and I got a bunch of hot days coming up here shortly into July. So yeah, I got a bunch of hot days in July. I got hot days in August. So well, maybe we're about there. That's about right. I did the measurements a long time ago, and I just figured you just had on this one, you have to hit the 1 gallon mark on this thing, and you got it. But man, I gotta go in there and just do. And most of that's just byproduct of this, just the weather. When you get moisture and you get heat, you get spore action. Spores go onto the trees. It could be dormant because again, we had a warm-ish winter. I mean, I could have been doing trees in January, trimming them. Actually, I could have done them around Christmas time. I thought they weren't totally dormant yet, because again, we had a weird fall again where it got cold and it warmed up again. Cold, warm up, and you're just wondering if I don't want to do anything with I always trim them when they're dormant. I don't do live trimming unless I need to. Because I don't want the activity go away from fruit production. I always am for fruit production. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here because I don't want to get wet. I just don't want to wear this stuff. I am walking, making sure I see scat everywhere out here because the deer are just in here. And if you see any like branches that are just naked down here onto the low part, so that's where the raccoons and the deer are going in there. And I got raccoon, I got possum, I got everything scat you could think of. I had, just disgusting. Okay, now I'm on short lead. I'm not out as far because I'm running out of hose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go do the back part of this where the Shenango strawberry is, the Rambo, smokehouse, and the I got Liberty right there, and I got another I got branch hanging out there. Oh, I'm getting I'm getting soaked. No, I'm getting blown upon. Gotta wait a little bit. Must have a little bit of a gust there. About 9 miles an hour. It gets interesting because you get into the drift. You're covered in this stuff, and this stuff is not environmentally nice. Okay, we're gonna go low. We'll see what happens. Okay, looks like it's going away. So I gotta get up there a little bit better. Oh God, I see Japanese beetles all over the place. Summer Rambles in early apple. It's August, last week August, first week September. It's one of my first ones I'll actually put out onto the stand. As you see right there, that one, if I could, you see the spread, and that one has the, that's going to drop soon. Anything that's like that palish rose color, that means it's dropped. So that's a tertiary drop right now. On this, it could be a secondary drop onto the Wolf River there before. That had a tertiary drop. Had 2 drops already. Had an early drop about, let's say, first week June, third week of June, I think we had another drop, and we just had one, and then it's going to be first week of July, we'll have another one. Some of these trees really haven't dropped yet, and a little concerned because if they kill too much, they get small fruit. Like I got one right there, that's going to drop soon. So these haven't had their secondary drop yet. They had their primary because these things were loaded when we started. So this is, I'm just spraying, this is nothing but the back part of the Summer Rambo and the Shenango Strawberry, and I got nothing, all around me is Red Delicious and Crispin apples. And I'm just spraying them all down inside of here. And I'm trying to get into the top. I actually took out a lot of the Summer Rambo and the Shenango Strawberry this year, trying to open it up, get bigger, better fruit. It's been spacey because of all the green. And I just see cottle all over the place. Oh, this is, again, when you don't have a cold enough winter, you're going to have insect activity because the eggs survive. And this year, I also believe too, why maybe some of the Red Delicious need about 9 to 1,200 hours of temperatures below 40 degrees. And it's called cooling hours. And whenever you don't have enough cooling hours, the apples don't set. There's also times too where you have an early frost or a late frost and you just knock off the blossoms. And that has happened too. And I've had years where I actually had blossoms on a tree. That's where I was worried about again this year, was that they'll kill off, the frost will kill off all the blossoms. Then if nothing happens, and our deal was we have no bee activity for half the time of the 21 days. I'm actually surprised actually we got as much as we did because bee activity sort of was really poor. For most part, for most of the year it was poor. Now I'm backing out. Now I got back to the other part of the red, Macintosh tree red, Gala, and I got two Jonathans. One is a Jonafrey, which is a far tree, and the other one here I'm spraying is a Jonathan. And we're going next to our Wolf River. And we'll go and I'll do a video on what is what and how it is and how to prevent it and stuff like that. My whole thing is just spray the bejesus out of everything. As well as if you watched the gypsy moth video, I was talking about you could protect trees, briefly talked about trees, protect them with foil spray. Well, that's a problem. You have to spray about 45 degrees and the wind has to be under 10, and you have to have at least good 24 hours of dry. And that was the thing. I had time this spring where I could have gone in and spray down everything with the oil spray. But I never had it where I could get a consistent day where it wasn't windy. There were some times we were getting 20-mile-an-hour winds on a daily basis, and you can't spray in wind. Tell me, you get all coated and stuff right now. Right there, that's a Duchess Oldenburg. That's a heritage tree. Wolf River's a heritage tree too. This is the other Wolf River. You see nice sized apples on there already. They're done about first week of October, middle October. I actually sold those to restaurants. I sold to one restaurant. They wanted pie filling, and they're making a ton of pie filling for their vegan restaurant. It was vegan. It was vegan raw food restaurant in the middle of nowhere. You find interesting people on Facebook Marketplace, I say. Right there, this is our Cortland. It's this spraggy little thing. Cortlands, they all look like this. They are a canopy type tree. They are umbrella shaped like this one is, and they have long, multiple, you see there are 3 apples per cluster, multiple now I say pods, pones, not pones, that's what they, shoot. People are screaming at me right now. Bipoles they call them, yeah, and they're tripodes. So you have single poles, which are 1 apple per blossom stem area, and end of a spur. You can have 1 through 3, sometimes you can have 4. Most times the 4th one will drop or 5th one will drop. So then you're just stuck with 2 or 3. And that's what it does. And that is an indicator what type it is. Some of these we lose things, or we have to make sure it is what it is, because tags get lost, trees get misidentified all the time. There's several trees that look like each other, but when you look at the fruit, they look completely different. So, okay, one more. Oh, everything's wet. burning through because I'm tired. It's getting late and dinner's being made right now. Okay, so we're gonna go back here, shake this sucker up. We're gonna go burn through this today, so that's good. So, apparatus. I've just attached to the hose to the house, and I have oh, this is a classic, a Kmart. Ooh, Kmart. Ooh, we're talking big bucks here. Kmart Melnor sprayer, and this is circa 1985, and it worked. This was a backup sprayer. My father had another one like this for spraying trees in Ohio when we had the Ohio orchard. Yeah, and that was same thing. He had two of them. We burned them out. We threw out one when we moved up to New York State from Ohio. I got maggot. I just saw maggot, apple maggot. I'm gonna lose 2 apples because of that. But yeah, yeah, we burned up when I burned up the other one. It fell. It just was so gnarly and disgusting. It was rotted. It had sun rot to it ultimately. UV light got to it ultimately. And these are, they're chemical resistant, but same time too. Oop, we got a little wet. Got a little wet. Well, let's rub you off here. There we go. All right. Touch you back up there a little bit. Okay. Again, I'm still learning how to use the body cam and all that stuff for full. And we got, so we got Macfrey and the Duchess of Oldenburg right there. We're spraying down to Macfrey right now. It has the same similar. I call these goblet shapes. Macintosh trees are goblets. So they have the uprights and they're spurs. So what you do is you just have this one branch going up and it has all the little spurs onto it, and that's how you get the little apples and stuff. I could have done this a little better, but I put some space in there. I cut out space. So what we could do is we have it, whoops. And if you have space, you can get sunlight, air movement. Trees want air movement. They don't like being cut up and everything. They don't want to be all bound up and everything. Right there, I got fire blight onto the bosk pear, and there's some nasty looking bosk pears. I cut out half the tree so far because of all the fire blight. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so I gotta go in again. Except I didn't really get the back side. I'm trying to get this done. It's been a long day. That's our oh, I may have to get this stick cam out for some of this stuff. I'll show you some disease and stuff like that, and some insect damage here. That's our Honeycrisp. We got one Honeycrisp tree. I'm not a fan of Honeycrisp apples. Oh, I got rot. Ooh. I am looking. So far, I've cut out 3 things of knot. This is plum cut, and I'm definitely going to go. We're going to be exploring for knot. Take pictures of it and whatever. Yeah, I like doing videos of this crazy stuff, but we got some fungus stuff going on here. I got to figure out, make sure I got all the knot out of it. I've cut out 2 things of knot so far out of the tree. So I'm in here, I'm watching scat. Ugh, there's just droppings everywhere. So we just passed by our pear tree. Now we're onto the back side of our, I'm getting swirling a little bit. The wind slur, I just got wet. Right there's a cherry tree, peach tree. They look haggard because this area does not like peach trees all that much. Maybe, it's calmed down a little bit, but man, what you got there? I'll just show here, right there. I'm hoping Mom didn't do too much. She did this is our spray burn. I'm just trying to get around that house because I don't have a lot of hose here. So I just gotta get this pretty good. Man, everything has this crap onto it. Yuck. Okay, Mom says I gotta do grapes, so I'll do a video on the grapes here a little later on, so I can actually hit this stuff from out here. That's a cherry tree. I gotta go through it. I gotta clip up all the dead stuff so I can shape it up for next year already. As I said, I don't want to do in season, but I gotta clean up some of these trees because they're not doing so hot. This one, ooh, that's right there I'm pointing at. That is gummosis. Really, really, really bad. That may be, I may have to cut that completely out and try to save the tree. Some of the gummosis onto, it'll actually suffocate the tree to death. I mean, it's a vascular thing, and it's a fungus or a virus that gets in there. It creates this discharge of gummy, very gummy, chewy gum sort of consistency, really, really thick, tarry substance. It's called gummosis, and that is whatever's left over. Oh, there's so many. Oh, Mom's gonna be happy. She's gonna have so many apples to eat. And I'd probably ship some to my Aunt Nancy too, because she's such a nice person. There are so many crispin matsus going on right now. I'm just trying to spray it down, and as we pick them too, I may pop a video. I'm just trying to figure out how to do videos of some of this stuff, and it could be a multi-year sort of project, but I figured I could at least do one spray down with all of them. I would like to get one, and it was before I got all the GoPros all situated and everything. I never had all the GoPros done, so because I'm back here now, I could hit this and get all the garbage, or get all this right now, hit this part of the tree. Yeah, I'll get the stick cam out. I'll get all the monopod. I have a very long monopod. I could, hold my hand. I could do some video recording onto that. Either I got a selfie stick that's pretty good. But I actually want to use that. Okay, I'm going to see if I can hit that. Oh yeah, there we go. That is hard. When you're underneath it, you can't hit it. And that is half of my issue when it boils down to trees like this. There's some stuff I just can't hit. I have to do that weird odd angles, use drift and everything. Now we're on the back side. This is the Jonathan tree we're at. I'm spraying down the Wolf River. Right there, there's a pear tree. Forgot what it was. There's a sign there. I gotta take off the thing. This is plum cot. We're going to get it for that. That's the Wolf River. I gotta hit that. Then we have to scoot across it real quick. Plum cot, I definitely want to. Oh my God, the Japanese. Oh man, I'm being bombarded with Japanese beetles right now. Oh, gross. Okay, so I gotta go here. Okay, I'm done right there. Gotta get off the cage and everything. Oh, I just gotta hit this a little bit better right there. Perfect. Yeah, I just want to hit this, because then I gotta go across. Try not to. Gross. Suckle pear. Pear trees, really? You can have a pear tree and you won't have any issue with this thing. As you see, there's some blush fruit right there I'm spraying. That is actually going to die. There's our other cherry tree. That, I'm running out of juice. I don't want to make up another one, so I'm going to hit this and our pear. Try to hit our, this is actually becoming a money maker. I can never get rid of these things until just the last couple years or so. You could use suckle pears in cooking, preserving. You could make perry out of it, which is hard pear cider, and I'm out of juice. And that's the end of this video, so lo and behold. I have to hit the other pole apples, but I want to clean it out real well, and I want to do it after I'm done with the oil spray. If you want organic, you could actually use oil spray onto the apple trees, but you have to wait until all the blossoms are all done, because if you use oil spray in concentration for organic gardening, it'll actually suffocate. It's just like I said about the caterpillars. It just suffocates everything. Yeah, the cool thing about it is that that's how it does. It kills off and suffocates. It kills off by suffocation. It just suffocates everything. So you want to, not have apples here. You can actually use oil spray, or you can use the tree spray here and just wipe out your entire apple crop with just one spray when everything's in blossom. And there's people I've suggested, oh, I got a nice tree, but it's an apple tree. I don't want the apples. Yeah, we do just once a year when it's all blossom, just spray it down with some tree spray, and just do your normal maintenance with tree spray, so don't get nasty stuff into it and goes into it. And I'm going to make this the end of the video here. I'm just going to do my thing. I gotta get the hoses all in. I gotta get in the shower because I got sprayed upon a few times. But yeah, So we got some work to do with the disease and insects. So yeah, definitely. So this is going to be the end of this video for now. Well, I'll bring you back into other videos when we'll go and I'll get the sticks out and we'll try to do some camera work, and we'll, you know, zoom in. I'm really want to use my phone to record some stuff, because with GoPros you can actually hook up to your phone. You could do some make sure your camera's right. Right now I'm just winging it, so I do not have the best camera angles and stuff. I'm on my body, wide screen, so I try to hit it where I have a lot of, it's wide. So yeah, this is high def. It's 1080 60, so it should be good. Anyways, well, I'll just shut us down. See you later, a little later. We're going to do some more apples a little later on.